Hey, this is Ben, Dev Farm again. Today is Sunday, August 23rd, and I wanted to answer a question we got in the forums a few weeks ago about how is it that we allow third parties to integrate into the app here in the toolbox. So I'm going to show you how that's done. There are three ways to do this, and I'm going to show you the simplest of those ways, and that is to open up the workflows that you'd like to be activities inside of an activity pack. And I'm going to load up 4 workflows here into my workspace, and just go to the Deploy tab and choose Template Library, and we'll just give this thing a name, call it TestLib, and you see those 3 things that were in the workspace are automatically put into this workflow list. You see this checkbox at the bottom, Install Assembly into the Toolbox, hit the Build button. So what PowerWF is doing right now is compiling those 3 workflows into an activity pack library, into a template library, and installing those into the toolbox. So in a second we should see this toolbox refresh, and there it is. So right alongside all the other stuff, we have these 3 workflows, but now they're activities. So we could load up a blank document and drag and drop these things over here. So let's drag over the more complex one, which is a PowerCLI script, and let me just show you that runs. You watch it running through the actual activities. And there's the result. So that's pretty slick. The other thing I wanted to show you about this is that on the second workflow, we have workflow parameters. You can pass parameters into a workflow when it's being run. For example, if you deployed this particular workflow, which is just a really simple hello world kind of a console output, if you deployed this particular one as a console app, you could pass in input parameter, input text. Or if you compile this down as a PowerShell commandlet, you could pass in a parameter of some kind of text, which will be operated on by the workflow. When it's wrapped up as an activity in an activity pack into a template library, what happens to it is it becomes a parameter of the sequence. So you can type in, whatever text you want or whatever the type is, and that parameter will get passed to that new, series of activities, that new sequence. So that's pretty slick. So that's it. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that. When you're done with it, you can hit remove or just leave it there. But you just load up the workflows that you want to be included in your pack. You deploy it as a template library. We'll automatically populate as much of this as we can. You hit the build button. After it's done building, it will get added to the toolbox. That's it. Doesn't get any simpler than that. You could also do this in the context of a solution. I can show you that real quick, just sort of where that would be. So if you right-click on the solution, you see Build Template Library. Works the same way. In this case, it gets its settings from your solution as opposed to getting them from your workspace. And you can also do this from Dev Studio, where you could control the icons and descriptions and things like that. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you at VMworld.